do this. All right. No time like the present. I felt like I needed to do an update for you. I'm Mr. Simon. Welcome to the KRAKOW Report. Like I said, we got all kinds of news going on. I didn't think I could wait till Wednesday, so I hope that's all right with you all. A whole bunch of stuff happening in Ukraine that I didn't want to wait another week, till another episode on Wednesday. So this is the special edition, Ukraine War Sunday updates. Let's see what we got here. First, how's the Ukraine war doing? Well, they're winning. They're
shooting
winning the
fish
war.
in a barrel for these guys. It's the easiest time they've ever had taking out Russian military targets. And one of the things that doesn't get mentioned enough is the overlap between this campaign and the deep strikes into Russia.
This is Ken Harbaugh. He's ex-Navy pilot, and I don't know if he was ever elected to the Senate or the House of Representatives, but he ran at one point, and he's heavily political, and he's a big advocate for Ukraine.
Has had to pull back so much of its air defenses, and there are rumors now that a lot of those air defenses are actually covering leadership. They're covering these, $100 million dachas. You don't hear about their houses getting hit because they are surrounded by air defenses that are not protecting refineries, that are not protecting Russian positions at the front. Russia simply cannot keep up any longer with these Ukrainian attacks. They have so much more territory to defend now because of these deep strikes, and they're going to keep air defense systems at the rate they're being taken out. So this is just math at this point. The Ukraine's...
It's just a matter of time. I also Ken Harbaugh came on my radar when I thought he was a former Minnesota Twin baseball player. I was mistaken about the name. I used to have his baseball card. It's not Kent. Kent Harbaugh, and this is Ken Harbaugh. Anyway,
Ukrainians are...
He knows what he's talking about. He's very well informed on what's happening currently in Ukraine. I'm not sure if he's working in any official capacity, but he's one of the guys I keep my eyes on. He's always got good information. What's next? Here we go.
What Ukraine is going to blow up next.
How-to manual. How to beat Russia. This is what Ukraine has been doing and what they're going to continue to do. They're basically just spelling out their tactical plan to win this war, and it's going to work.
This is what he said in a recent interview. I think this is the set of measures needed right now. We've really put the squeeze on them. Now that a tank of gasoline in Moscow costs 3.5 times more than it used to.
This is Jake Broe. I think I've seen him a few times. He's out there on the interwebs. Not sure what his qualifications are, but he seems like a solid guy.
And people in Moscow are forced to stand in multiple lines just to fill up their cars. That's already something.
So it occurred to me that I'm commenting on a commentator who's commenting on a general who's being interviewed by a commentator. So, is this the state
now
of
we
media
need to finish
these
off
days, you guys?
wildberries and ozone. That's a must. This will lead to the collapse of the banking system. They are among the main borrowers. So Ozon is the other warehouse e-commerce distribution platform.
Like the wildberries.
Ukraine is going to continue blowing up all of wildberries' storage facilities, and then they're going to go after the warehouses for Ozon. There's nothing else Russia can do to stop this. It's just a matter of time if Ukraine is committed on this path.
Just a matter of time.
But the CEO of Firepoint is saying this is going to trigger a banking crisis because so many people have taken out loans to buy inventory to store in these warehouses.
And they're not going to be able to pay those loans back. The banks are going to collapse in a day.
And all their inventory is being destroyed. And there is no insurance. There will be no full compensation for all the losses and damages.
All right. So let's see. Up next, we got Wild in the Streets. So rebellion.
So rebellion in Russia has
Rebellion
officially
in Russia.
begun. Now, it's not a full-scale rebellion. It's not a revolution, at least not quite yet.
This is who's this guy? I've seen him a few times too. He's on my radar, but not super familiar. Paul J. Warburg, I believe. You can find him on Facebook.
But it is a rebellion in terms of the technical dictionary definition of the word, where more and more Russians are now defying their governing elites and actually defying each other to take things by force that they personally feel entitled to. Social norms have actually begun to break down, and Russians are taking things because there's just simply no other way for them to get them. And while it's happening right now in small scale, the truth is that Russians are kind of getting a taste for this, and it's actually in their blood. What's happening right now is very similar to what happened in the early days
Yeah, it kind of is in their blood. I'm learning this. Russians are particular.
leading up to the Russian Revolution, where when people are put in a position where they cannot get the things they want except for by force, and they actually get so frustrated that they begin taking them, that typically doesn't slow down.
Just take
Actually, it only accelerates unless there is a major government intervention. And what I'm talking about right now is a series of events that is now happening in response to Russia's fuel crisis, to Russia's fuel shortage, where we are now seeing fuel lines that can be seen from space, from satellite, that are many, many kilometers long, and people waiting sometimes over 18 hours, sometimes multiple days at a time.
Yeah, so, there's a lot of stuff happening. It seems like there's some real progress. I'm not sure what you guys are hearing back home. And I'm not sure, unless I was actively looking for it, I would be getting this kind of update from the front lines. People are bored of the war. People are, have moved on to Iran. So I'm not sure how much this coverage is still being disseminated. So that's what I was here to do. Once again, it seems like there's a lot of stuff happening all at once, and there's a Russian saying, or I don't know if it's Russian or not, but there's this saying, nothing happens in Russia until it all happens at once. So, like the Russian Revolution is like a whole lot of nothing, and then, oh, here we go. And so I wouldn't be surprised if this thing gets at least huge progress made in the next couple of weeks. Let's see what's going on here. I think this is...
So the Russians know they're...
This is Anne Applebaum.
Not winning, and they're still...
That name should be familiar to you. She's American. She immigrated to Poland, married a Polish politician. What's his name? Sikorsky.
Hoping that through Trump and through their ability to control him.
One of the foremost authorities on Polish diplomacy, politics, and current events.
Psychologically, or whatever it is that they think they have, they're still hoping to win through some kind of pressure. But the Ukrainians have had very, very little U.S. help in the last year. Most of their funding now comes from Europe, 95% of it. And in the last few weeks, they've begun doing deals with the Middle East. You saw probably Zelensky in Saudi Arabia, in Qatar, in the Emirates, selling Ukrainian drone capabilities to the Gulf. And I think that suddenly makes Zelensky look very different. It's not a pitiful country that it's about to lose. It's actually a country that has some of the most advanced military technology in the world. And lots of people want it, even if the United States is not enthusiastic. And I think the Ukrainians are not worried right now about running out of money or running out of weapons.
Yeah, and they're going to remember who their friends are. They have single-handedly changed the way war is going to be waged in the future. And they're the experts now, and not only in production, but tactics and everything else. And maybe Donald Trump thinks he knows how to play with little toys, but I think he better, whatever. speaking of Donald Trump,
another Trump promise, I'm sure you remember, was the war between between Russia and Ukraine is going to be over so quickly. When I get elected, when I get sworn in, within a day, within 100 days, and it's continuing. And Donald Trump weighing in on his recent meeting with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, he says, listen, I get along with both of these guys, and we should really end this thing. Just end it. Trump's frustration really coming through.
How was your meeting with President Vladimir Zelensky yesterday?
David Pakman, if you don't know David Pakman, well, you should if you pay attention to politics. He's one of my regular sources.
It was good.
Did you see a time scale?
No, it was good. Look, he's out doing his thing. I'd like him to end the war. So it's very simple. I get along with both. I get along with President Putin. I get along with President Zelensky. Like I told him, I want to end the war, get the war ended. Thousands of people.
Just ban the virus. Just end the war.
25,000 people died last month. That's standard. And it's not acceptable.
Standard.
Now back to the real world briefly. There is reporting that Zelensky and Ukraine are planning a massive attack against Russia. Massive.
So there you go, guys. There's your update for the week. Tune in on Wednesday for the KRAKOW Report. Number 5 coming right up. See you on the flip side. Take care, everybody. All right.